And in the locker room, each guy has been going over.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon out there at Bowl. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Porter. And it's Harrison in at the 1. Now here's Doncic. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Harrison. On the wing, Porter over Richardson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
Now here's Doncic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Gordon. After Luka Doncic's bucket, the shot will not fall. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Porter, no luck.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The drive by Jokic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 5. Off target on the 15-footer.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Outside, Porter. Shot clock at 5. Here's goal. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
The Mavericks trailer. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. And that one hits back iron.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Harrison. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And the pass to Gordon. Here's Chanshaw. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Porzingis has got the ball. It's good.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Chanshaw. Lob pass to Gordon. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Fast break Dallas. Here's Brunson. Finished off the break.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Pass to Gordon. Here's Chanshaw. Guarded by Powell. He lobs it up, and then Gordon with the dunk.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
Now, here's Richardson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Hardaway. Brunson kicks to Hardaway. Here's Porzingis. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Here is Porter. Launches it. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Kristaps Porzingis is a fundamentally sound basketball player. He has great understanding for when to shoot and when to pass.
Now here's Gordon. Basket counts. Gordon's got 6 points. And so here is Dallas. 3-point lead. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Porzingis. At 3 off the mark. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Loads it up for Millsap. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Brunson misses the jumper. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts.
Selfless. I mean, you need to took your pride.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness at an elite level.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Morris. He's out there with Austin Rivers. Jermichael Green is out there with Bol. And it's Chanshaw in at the 4-man position. Here's Rivers following the score by Dallas. Morris, no good. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Now here's Marjanovic. Now the pass to Hardaway. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. JaVale McGee's checked in for Paul Millsap. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Morris kicks to Rivers. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. And he comes up with the deuce. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And it's Dallas with another.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Shots good by Green.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Porter passes to McGee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Perk. Pass to Jokic. A beautiful reverse layup.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And a wide open look for Porter. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Mavericks another fast break chance right here. Cauley Stein passes to Doncic. Here's Burke. Shot clock reset for Dallas. No good that time. The Nuggets trail by 3. There's Porter with the 3. Cauley Stein grabs the board. 52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Marjanovic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Marjanovic has got 5.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
Now here's Porter. Fires for 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. But they recover it. Marjanovic kicks to Finney-Smith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Outside Porter. It'll count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5. And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Hardaway is out there with Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Richardson in at the shooting guard position.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Denver with the ball. Following the score by Dallas. Jokic with the bucket.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Now, here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. Richardson kicks to Hardaway. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. That one a little long. The Nuggets trail. Gordon with it. Hardaway picks him up. And Jokic throws it down.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Now, here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Harrison. He kicks to Gordon. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Jokic, no good. Mavericks leading by 3.
So good at attacking the defense. At 7'3" and incredibly mobile, Kristaps Porzingis draws the contact.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical.
Oh, gentlemen. My goodness, step back.
That was incredible. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. And Morris comes over to help. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. 3-pointer. The shot, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
McGee dishes to Porter. From outside the arc. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
Pass to Gordon. And here's Jokic. Passes to McGee. Morris looking over the floor. Outside Porter. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Porzingis can't hit. For Denver, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. .46 seconds left here in the third quarter. Dallas moving it around. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. McGee finds Porter. From outside, off the mark.
He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Crafty move. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You simply have to respect the shooting touch with Porzingis. That time, he gets the defender closing out, but nowhere near in time.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Porter looking it over with the fadeaway. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's Dallas up by 2. And we'll be back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Jermichael Green. He's out there with Paul Millsap. It's Najee in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. And I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
The defensive awareness, the timing. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Here's Najee, guarded by Marjanovic. Outside for Millsap. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Outside, Redick. Back to Doncic. Drops in the layup for 2.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Rivers with it. There's the pass to Millsap. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Denver. Away against Green. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Dallas leading by 4. Redick with the bucket.
Well, they love to see Powell keep his eyes up and look for his teammates. The more assists they get out of him, the more dangerous their offense will be.
Millsap inside, guarded by Marjanovic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Denver calls timeout.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last time out. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Devin, back to you.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Doncic, and that one's good, Harrison. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
6 on the shot clock. And the Mavericks with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 16 points for Porzingis.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
McGee. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And here's Doncic from the arc. Millsap grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 12. It's Porter outside. He's off on that one.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Finney-Smith. Offline with his 3. Denver's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Dallas.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Doncic outside. From deep. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Back to Richardson. Porter with the steal. This one for 3. Tries again. Offline. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Monte Morris is out there with Austin Rivers. And it's Porter in at the small forward spot. Now here's Beverley. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Now, here is Morris. 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Here's Millsap. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Beverley against Morris. This is it to George. And Batum kicks to George. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
And there's the pass to Jokic. The dish to Porter. Floats it up for Jokic. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Nobody near George. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 5.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Porter against Leonard to end the run. Knocked loose. The Clippers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Zubac kicks to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 7 points in the game.
And whatever coach told them coming out of the locker room, they're listening. 5 out of 5 already.
Here's Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
For whatever reason, they came in a little tight tonight. That should loosen them up.
Pass to George. Over Rivers. George, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Oh, Morris in position. Batum with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Finished off the break. And it's 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Jokic, no good. On offense, here are the Clippers. They've got a 13-2 run going. Down low, here's Zubac, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Morris looking over the floor. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Pass to Beverley. On the wing, George. George double teamed. Passes it to Zubac. He feeds it to Leonard. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. A 3 from Morris. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bobbed up there for Green. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
He will put you on a poster. Green up top for the monster flush.
Nuggets. 17 seconds left in the first. There's the pass to McGee. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And now the Clippers on the break. Kennard for 3. No good on that one. And so it's Los Angeles in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. And there's Gordon, and it's Harrison in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Mann. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kennard's shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 7. Right side, Gordon. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Jackson in the corner. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. Kennard with the ball. And McGee picks him up defensively. Here's Morris. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And the powerful frame of Morris. Difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Harrison scanning the floor. To the middle. Gordon finds McGee. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Cousins. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gordon's running. And it's Gordon with the finish.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete. Gordon is an effective option on fast break.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. A different look for Denver. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Millsap. And Monte Morris subbed in for Harrison. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Now, here's Kennard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Nuggets trail by 5. Rivers dishes to McGee. And the shot goes in.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Outside Jackson. Jackson is doubled. Pass to Kennard. Shoots it up. Los Angeles with another miss. Nuggets have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooter. And it's Gordon finishing it off. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he...
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Stripped away. One-on-one here. And Jokic throws it down.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
The Nuggets another fast break chance right here. Lobbed up there for Green.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Outside Leonard in the corner. George with it. Beverly the pass to Batum. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. The Nuggets now on offense. They've outscored him 16 points to 2. That's slowing down.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
George up top. Jokic defending. To the paint. Here's Batum. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Batum's got his first points of the game.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Harrison kicks to Jokic. This is to Green. Floats it up for Jokic. Now, here's George. He's got 7. He got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Some struggles for Denver in the first quarter. They were searching for some kind of spark as they... And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Here's Leonard. After the Nuggets pick up 2. Stolen by Gordon. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And that one's good. Millsap.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Clippers trail by 9. George with the ball. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Filing to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
Monte Morris is checked in for the Nuggets.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Here's Leonard. And it's Denver with the rebound. Here's Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
The Nuggets leading by 8. And here's Millsap from the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Millsap's got 5 points so far.
Not a natural shooter from distance, but Paul Millsap has improved with hard work.
George passes to Beverly. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Batum. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Green comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Morris. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Hey, guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here's McGee. And no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Lob pass to George.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Here's Harrison. No points in the game yet for him. And the basket by Gordon.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 11. Green against Leonard. Shoots. No good off the back of the rim.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to...
Oh!
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That was nice.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Passes it to Leonard. Morris, no good. Denver leading by 13. Here's Harrison. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. 1:12 left in the third quarter. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Now Porter. Oturu with the rebound. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Stolen by McGee. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Rebound by the Nuggets. McGee's got 6 rebounds in the game. On offense, here are the Nuggets. They're on a 15-5 run here. Now the pass to Harrison. On the wing, Green. Here's Najee. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The Nuggets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. Both teams will make substitutions. Both free throws good from McGee. 5 seconds left to play here in the third. He gets it up. Off the mark. And so it's Denver taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. And And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Monte Morris is out there with Austin Rivers, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Paul Millsap. It's Najee in at the 4. And here is Morris. Following Paul Millsap's 3, it's stolen by Morris. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Stops, pops, and again it's Denver.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here is Morris. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Morris. It's rebounded by Najee.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the 3 off target. And here is Cousins. Pass to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
One of the best passes at the center position. Just another way Cousins affects scoring.
Morris passes to Najee. Back to Morris. Outside for Millsap. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Millsap's got 11 in the second half.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. In the corner, it's Morris. To the inside, Kennard on the wing. Back to Zubats. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Denver making a switch here. Porter's checked in, and then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Morris, and it's George in for Kennard. Morris passes to Rivers. The shot from 20 feet away, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Rivers.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
George against Rivers, and George.
Oh, yes. Goodness. Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. That free throw good from George. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Bull. The 3. Batum grabs the miss. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. George with the bucket.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Pass to Harrison. Takes the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubats has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nuggets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for JaVale McGee.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Now here's Beverly. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And Denver has possession after the Clippers pick up 2. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Poked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
Here's Harrison from deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Zubac. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson, that's good.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. 16-point lead. The pass to Harrison. Three-pointer. Doesn't go that time. On the wing, Jackson. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammate. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it. The Mile High City. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sport. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Jones in at the 3. And for Denver, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers in at the shooting guard. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Here's Millsap after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. They grab their own miss. Outside for Millsap. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
That free throw good from Anthony. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Morris passes to Jokic. Nurkic with the block. And now Portland on the break. Lillard from outside. The shot comes out, and it's Denver the other way.
A self-described country boy from the town of Samba, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Shot clock at 6.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Pass to Jokic. Up top, Morris. All sorts of time. Gordon finds Millsap. And Jones pulls it down.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Lillard with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Here's McCollum. Great touch on the 16-footer.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Morris against Lillard. Morris with the bucket. Here is Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And the pass to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got his second bucket.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Morris looking over the floor. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Portland leading by 3. McCollum dishes to Lillard. 1:32 left to play in the first quarter. Shoots the three. A putback. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Gordon. And Jones sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Here's Jokic. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
McCollum finds Lillard, and it's in there.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Nurkic with the block, and it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now here's Powell. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Passes it to Simons. Here's Chanshaw. And a wide open look for Porter. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Powell, that's good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Millsap. Shoots over Cantor. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
Gets it off. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he...
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
We've got JaMychal Green, Harrison out there with Porter. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Chanshaw in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Porter outside. Rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers leading by 5.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Here's Simons. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. Simons, the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with a hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Harry Giles is checked in for the Trailblazers. Inside, Porter with the steal. Oh, Porter in position. Covington with the steal. Cantor kicks to Covington. Porter with the steal. Jokic with it. Cantor covering. Now the feed to Bull. Kicks it out to Gordon. No one near him. And another shot. Back to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, He just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Here's Simons to the left wing. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Powell following the basket by Jokic. Pass to Cannon. Back to Powell. Six on the shot clock, and Cannon throws it down.
Wow, the decisiveness is good to see. Canner sensing when the slash and executing the pick and roll flawlessly.
Now here's Porter, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Paul Millsap is checked in for Porter, and Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Rivers comes in for Aaron Gordon. Lillard the pass to Jones. Kicks it to Nurkic. Ring shot on the way. That's a 2 from Lillard. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. 1:11 left to play in the first half. Morris outside. The pass to Jokic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Now, here's Lillard. He dishes it to McCollum. He kicks to Nurkic. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Jokic, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Outside for Millsap. And another miss by Denver. McCollum outside. Here's Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
And so it's... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period came to a close with them.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Now here's McCollum. Lillard from outside. Good on the 3-point shot. Lillard's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
McGee against Nurkic. And that one's good. Harrison.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. To the inside. Nurkic finds Anthony. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. Now here's Millsap. Anthony with the block. Covington against Gordon, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Porter comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Austin Rivers in for Bull.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Here's Simons. Right side, Covington. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Porter. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And they're running. Here's Simons. Portland again missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. They trail by 9 points. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Jokic has checked in for Aaron Gordon. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Giles has checked in. Here's Simons. Covington finds Powell. Back to Cantor. Over Jokic. Portland no good that time either. The Nuggets trail by 7. Makes it off the glass. Jokic has got 11 points.
When you let Jokic get comfortable, it's a wrap. It's all over. He's a skilled scorer on the interior.
Jokic against Cantor. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. Jokic grabs the miss. Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. Porter kicks to Rivers. Morris passes to Green. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And Morris throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. It's Covington on the wing. To the paint. Kicks it out to Lillard. The three. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here tonight from the game. 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Bol comes in for Green. Gordon's checked in for Paul Millsap. And Porter subbed in for Austin Rivers. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. For Denver, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And the first one drops.
Got to stay active when Gordon's out there. I mean, his ability to make something out of nothing is huge for this team.
Lillard fires away from way outside. It's all tied in Denver. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Denver shooting 43% from the field. Monte Morris is out there with Porter. And there's Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Excellent D that time from Jones. Trailblazers shooting in this game 45%. And now they decide to foul intentionally. A different look for Denver. Rivers comes in for Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Monte Morris. And a switch here also for Portland. Fouls checked in.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Jokic. Banked in off the glass. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
A chance here to retake the lead.
You can see the intensity on display here these last few minutes.
Harrison passes to Gordon. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Passes it to Rivers. A miss that time, would have put him up. And it's Jones with the ball for the Trailblazers. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Nuggets, JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. And it's Bol in for Aaron Gordon.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Here's McGee. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
So impressive. The fortitude, the will to battle back. But it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Morris comes in for Harrison. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Millsap down low, working on Jones. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his third foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Now here's McCollum. Nurkic kicks to Kanter. Outside, Jones. Millsap with the steal. And Porter, here we go, to take the lead, and it's good on the way in. Porter's got the lead up to 2 now for Denver. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
And finished off by Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Now, here's Lillard. Over Bull. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is on Bull. First free throw is good.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. Morris against Lillard. Morris with the bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 13 points in the second half.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Here's the teardrop. Here's McGee. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Paul Millsap.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great and-one play, showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And finished off by Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Now, here is Morris. He feeds it to McGee. Pass to Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 9-foot shot. And Kanter pulls it down. And the call up against Jokic. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here.
And, you know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Denver making a switch here. Harrison's checked in. Rebound by Nurkic. The Blazers on offense. Lillard dishes the Powell. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. Now, here's Lillard. He started closely to take the lead. The offensive rebound. It's good.
They can't really afford to foul here.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Harrison, covered by Lillard. Jokic passes to Gordon. Back to Jokic. Money!
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Here's Lillard, and it's over. It came down to this one play, and the defense held its ground. What a play! David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. Before
Hey, Kevin,
it might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Seeing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jokic is out there at Bull. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Gordon in at the 2 spot. And for Dallas, we've got Luka Doncic. Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Now Powell, following the miss by Paul Millsap from deep. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Marjanovic checked in for Powell. The 3 for Doncic. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. No good on the 3. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets.
Lightning.
That was incredible.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Now, here's Richardson. Finney Smith passes to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. From past the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Millsap. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. This one for 3. They get the rebound.
Well, Jokic is big, Jokic is long, and he does a great job there of corralling that ball and taking advantage of his length.
Richardson outside. There's the pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Gordon. Here's Bull. Pass to Gordon. On the wing, Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. For 3, Millsap. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Marjanovic to the wing right side. Finney Smith. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Denver on D. On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Morris. Clock at 4. Here's Finney Smith.
And really the defense foul.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Rivers, and finished off by Rivers.
Well, the problem defensively after Rivers gets a step is nobody sliding over in time to slow him down.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Jokic with the steal. Millsap against Hardaway. Now here's Millsap. He's tightly guarded. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close. And D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And the Nuggets can't hang on to the ball. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
There's a minute left in the first quarter. Triple from the wing.
Well, mostly a smallish banger when he came into the league. Millsap has modernized his game. That's a lot of hard work, and it's going to add to his longevity.
Now here's Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Clock at 6. Passes to Kleba. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Denver leading by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark. Mavericks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Outside for Millsap. They get it back. Shoots the 3. No good. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Nuggets lead. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
Jalen Brunson out there with Burke. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Redick in at the 3 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Millsap looking it over from outside the arc. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14. Quarter outside. That one doesn't go. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that 2-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Now here's Millsap. Down low. McGee finds Millsap. Another miss by Millsap.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here is Porter. The Mavericks making the shot. Pass to Najee. Back to Porter. To the middle. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap. Now, here's Doncic. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And they've had 2 completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
Here is Porter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Doncic. Rebounded by McGee. The Nuggets trail by 3.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
From the high post, Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
And a wide open look for Porter. That 3 off the mark. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And so here's Denver, following the score by Dallas. Jokic draws the double. Left side, Porter. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Porzingis.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Jokic. And it's Rivers in for Harrison.
We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
Porter against Richardson. Outside Porter, beyond the arc. The Mavericks pull it in.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And here's Rivers. And finished off by Rivers.
On the attack, 6'4", good verts. Rivers can produce at the rim.
And they double up Doncic. The pass to Richardson. Here's Marjanovic. 23 seconds left to play here in the half. Nice D from Porter.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Doncic with the steal. Outside, Porzingis. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Porzingis has got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
Porzingis with a soft jump shot there. Nice touch.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They turned it on in the second quarter, and that's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different setups.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Paul Millsap. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers in at the shooting guard.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man and more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Now here's Rivers. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Up and in on the way up. Rivers has got 6.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Richardson outside, and he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 7.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Burke, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And a switcher also for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. And the Mavericks making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Jokic. Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap. And Porter subbed in for Austin Rivers. It's stolen by Morris. On the wing, Porter. Five to shoot. Here's McGee. Kicks it out to Gordon. Right side, Green. Brunson against Gordon. A second chance effort. He lays it in.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Kicks it out to Gordon. Outside, Porter. Off target with his 3.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Mavericks leading by 7. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Maybe the length coming into play this time for Cauley Stein is he's up and over the top of everyone.
There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Morris finds Gordon. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Austin Rivers comes in for Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Monte Morris. Here's Brunson. That one off the back iron and out.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
Took him no time at all on that one. Millsap's got 6.
Ooh, that's a crushing J from Millsap there, leaving the D helpless.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Brunson with a clean look. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 6. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Off target from outside. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. And Denver with a change here too. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Burke, the pass to Powell. Back to Burke. Dallas moving it around. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Dallas with their lead standing at 6 points. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Nuggets trail by 6. They've got Porzingis. Richardson is out there with Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Millsap misses.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
But they'll get another chance. That shot off, and it's Dallas the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Doncic, no good.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Now, here's Millsap. From deep. Again, Millsap missing.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Pass to Finney Smith. Inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Paul Millsap picks one up.
More and more polish from Porzingis, easily getting the defense off their feet. The rest is simple.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Powell, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And a switcher also for Denver. Gordon's checked in.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Now, here's Doncic. Bangs home the trifecta. Doncic has got the lead up to 9 now for the man.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Here's Millsap. Just 4 to shoot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Out to Porzingis. Dishes it to Doncic. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Gordon.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And here's Millsap after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. They get it again. Millsap has the open look. No good with the triple.
Well, another 10-cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
Jokic with it. Hardaway picks him up. Here's Harrison. Up again. Jokic on the follow.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
They get a hand on it. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Harrison. Denver the rebound.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
6 to shoot. And here's Millsap from the arc. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Dallas making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Green comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Morris, no good. Mavericks leading by 10. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic looking it over. Lets it fly. Cleveland controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Doncic against Morris. A 3-ball. And that's good. Luka Doncic for 3. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Gordon kicks to Morris. Launches a 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote. A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. The Nuggets get it back in a new 14.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Richardson for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Here's McGee. They kick it out to Green. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A confident win. And all right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it. GA.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Jokic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. And the basket by Gordon. And both teams, Doris, battling injuries.
Kevin, we have seen that when someone is injured, that means an opportunity for a bench player to show what they have. And the coaching staff maybe has to get a little bit more creative than usual.
George, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Porter passes to Gordon. Back to Porter. There's the three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Now here's Leonard. Over in the corner, Batum. Tipped away and stolen by Gordon. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Well, the activity of Aaron Gordon, so solid at reading the opposition and taking his chances.
Outside Batum. They need this. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Jokic passes to Morris. Jokic with it. George picks him up. Gordon with no one around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. And Leonard has it in the corner. Stolen by Rivers. Stolen by George. To the inside. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Goes back up. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, the tenacity of Patrick Beverly to play through the contact. Now he must complete the play with a free throw.
So both teams changing it up here. And it's Harrison with the ball for Denver. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Denver passing it around. And it's Gordon penetrating. And that one is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be daring to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started. You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Now here's Rivers. Tries from 7. Here's Harrison. And again, unable to change momentum here. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Kennard's shot is off. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Harrison passes to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Pass to Kennard. And it's blocked by Gordon.
How about the timing of Aaron Gordon? This guy has got the ability to rise up and send it back.
Outside Millsap. A shot that time, not on target. Good work defensively by Morris. .26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Passes it to Beverly. Back to Morris. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
Rivers with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the right side. Here's Millsap. 1 second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, they've got JaVale McGee. Michael Porter's out there with Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the four-man position. Millsap with the steal. And they're moving it up. And here they go. Throws it up high. Porter finds McGee. Outside Jackson. Over in the corner, Beverly. And it's Denver with the rebound. Outside Porter. Millsap trying to get open, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs, and the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Here's McGee, and the jumper from down low is good.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
George passes to Beverly. Stolen by McGee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Morris dishes to Porter. Over George. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Over in the corner, Beverly. Down low, Batum. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Now, here is Morris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Got a hand on it. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Morris gets to Millsap. Back to Jokic. Batum with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard. That's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. And then for Denver, Aaron Gordon is checking in for Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Morris. Now here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, the size is there, but the vertical is what really is eye-popping with Aaron Gordon.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Clippers trail by 6. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Floats it. That's a great dunk.
Freakish.
He's an athletic freak.
Wow.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And there it is for him.
I'll tell you, he's having his way right now in the second period. Forget the first quarter. Let's get to work.
There's a minute left now here in the second. Here's Harrison. Pass to Jokic for the three. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. McGee's got the lead up to 8 now for Denver.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Both free throws good from Batum.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
There's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. Harrison passes to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Jackson looking around. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Kennard's shot is off. Now Rivers. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 10-point Denver lead.
Austin Rivers knows how to navigate through defenses, puts the ball on the deck and gets to his spot.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fan. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
We've got Luke Kennard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's man in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Feeds to Green, and Green slams it in.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Cousins inside. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Here's Bull. 3-pointer. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 10. Kennard, the pass to Morris. And he gets it to go. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame in that game. Look out, gentlemen.
The drive by Green, and Bull wide open. He shoots, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the paint, here's Cousins, and Bull pulls it down. The Nuggets leading by 10. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. Denver making a switch here. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest,
I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Morris looking over the floor. Shot clock at 6. There's the feed to Gordon. He can't hit that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Kennard kicks to Beverly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Green will bring it up for the Nuggets. Porter finds Gordon. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris with the ball. Good on the bucket. Morris has got 11 points.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Beverly.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Beverly against Morris. Porter passes to Gordon. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, I love the concentration. Simply stated, when Aaron Gordon is this locked in, he is very difficult to deal with.
And there's the pass to Oturu. Back to Beverly. Pass to Mann. He feeds it to Morris. And stolen by Gordon. Rivers kicks to Gordon. It's Porter outside. Rebound by the Clippers. And here's the fast break. Oh, Morris in position. An emphatic LU jam.
Well, Marcus Morris, when he's engaged on the offensive end, can be a dangerous scorer.
Morris passes to Porter. Passes to Green. Over Beverly. And there's Green on the assist from Porter. He's got 6.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Platoon swap here for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Green. Jokic comes in for Gordon. Paul Millsap's checked in for Rivers. And it's Harrison in for Morris.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. The shot by Harrison, no good. Clippers trail by 6. And here's George for 3. It doesn't go for him. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. That's his first foul. Five seconds left in the third. McGee's shot is off. And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Harrison out there with Michael Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. George against Porter. Leonard looking around. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
The best scorers in the game have the ability to get to the free throw line. Kawhi Leonard lives there.
Denver leading by 6. Harrison passes to Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Clippers have possession. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. George finds Zubac. Jokic with the steal.
And how about the read on that play right there? Great sense of exactly when that ball was coming from the outside.
You've got to stay between Aaron Gordon and the basket, particularly in transition. If you don't, you're toast.
George with the ball. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Outside Leonard. And here's George for 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard attacking, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Boy, what is more fear-invoking than Kawhi off the bounce near the cup? Look out.
Harrison scanning the floor. Now the pass to Jokic. Count it, good. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now, here's George. Outside Leonard. Outside Batum. Here's Millsap. Quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. So both teams making some changes here. Now Morris. Outside Porter. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Rivers. Gordon. Great positioning on the putback. Gordon's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
Well, at 6'9", great athlete, Aaron Gordon can be a problem on the glass.
And they pick up 2.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Rivers can't get it to go. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by George. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And that one's good. Jokic.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
George dishes to Batum. Pass to Oturu. Kicks to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nuggets leading by 10. And here's Rivers. Offensive rebound. Jokic finds Gordon. Batum against Morris. Here's Beverly. Unable to get that one. Nuggets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Nuggets.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Aaron Gordon.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
McGee's shot is off. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on the comeback.
Well, incredible improvement in Kawhi Leonard's jumper since he came into the league. Give credit to the time spent in San Antonio.
Morris, no good. Here's Beverly, and the layup's good off the glass.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Morris with the ball. So the Nuggets win it. They seem to relish. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. We bring you tonight into Portland over the Burnside Bridge on a gorgeous and nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And this is where you see the depth of your team
put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one, so I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Monte Morris is out there with Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 4 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Giles is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Jones in at the 2. Covington wide open. He fires. A three-pointer, no good. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets.
And you look at Robert Covington, first-team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player, can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Morris passes to Jokic. Drains the 19-footer.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Jones finds Nurkic. Here's Lillard. It's tipped and stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone.
Running the break is about being opportunistic. Right there, Rivers doing just this and being rewarded for it.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Lillard with the bucket.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Lillard against Jokic. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Morris kicks to Gordon. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And it's Rivers with the rebound. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Morris with the bucket. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Jrue Holiday is another guy I throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Covington finds Lillard. 1:37 left in the first. Here's Nurkic. He shoots again. That shot off. And the Nuggets going the other way. Morris into the lane. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Giles the pass to Lillard. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 5 now.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can still afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Morris passes to Gordon. Back to Morris, and stolen by Lillard. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Oh, Covington in position. Porter with the steal. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Rivers can't get it to go. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. A pull-up, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Lillard fires away from way outside. Can't connect from long distance.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 1.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers, and it's Jermichael Green, and it's Harrison in at the point.
Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and lead. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way. But they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. Cantor kicks to Anthony. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Rivers. Shot's good by Green. Green's got his first bucket in this one.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA. Nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot blocking ability. He times it up.
Reverses, and it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
And Green gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now Powell. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's McCollum in the corner. 5 on the clock. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Harrison. He's guarded by McCollum. McGee against Cantor. McGee inside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
McCollum outside to the inside. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The shot by Powell, no good. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. Only allowed 5 points in the quarter.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. McCollum outside. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Powell. Back to Hollis Jefferson. And it's McCollum in the corner. Off target from 3-point range.
defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Denver also making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Porter comes in for Austin Rivers. And Monte Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. On the wing, count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Damian Lillard.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and it's opened things up.
Morris passes to Jokic. Rebound by Nurkic. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Passes it to Lillard. The tray. It's held in by Jokic. The Nuggets leading by 6. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Lillard.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period. That's all for now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
We've got Damian Lillard. Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Jones. And it's Covington in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. He lobs it up high to stop the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
Porter passes to Bull. Floats it up for Jokic.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. And we'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You see how assertive a player Nurkic is. I mean, it feels like he can score from these spots.
Morris against Lillard. Jokic inside. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, hammers the alley-oop through.
Running the offense through Lillard. I mean, a high-usage guy who is also very efficient.
Morris into the lane. Jokic passes to Bull. On the wing, Gordon. Puts it up. Again, the Nuggets score.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Morris against Lillard. And an intentional foul right there. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Aaron Gordon. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Harrison in for Monte Morris. McCollum kicks to Hollis Jefferson. The 19-foot shot. Denver grabs the miss.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Bobbed up there for Green. No good. Shot missing. Trailblazers trail by 8. And he lobs it up toward the rim. The shot by Powell, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
It's tipped. And they go to the intentional foul. .104 left to play in the third. McCollum finds Canner. Anthony against Millsap. Five to shoot. Powell for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Powell's got 6.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that, but either way, it's a tough shot.
McGee. Excellent D from Cancer.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
The shot by Powell, no good. Denver leading by 5. Harrison passes to Green. Kicks it to McGee. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. And a missed late.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Powell. Out to Anthony. Lots of room. Offensive rebound. Hollis Jefferson can't get it to fall. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Yeah, he put it on a platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Harrison out there with Austin Rivers, and it's Gordon in at the 3 spot.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Rivers passes to Millsap. It's good. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
McCollum with the bounce pass. Pass to Simons. To the middle. Jokic with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Gordon's running. Got a piece of it. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. And that's an intentional foul. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Harry Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Damian Lillard in for McCollum. The Nuggets also changing it up. Porter comes in for Paul Millsap. And Monte Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Lillard from deep three-point land. Jokic with it, now guarded by Nurkic. And Jokic slams it in.
And when Jokic drives, he's like a freight train with that great physical ability, able to kind of push the defense wherever he wants them to go.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in. I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Lillard against Morris. The putback. Outside, Jones. The pass to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. And Lillard throws it down.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket. His speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
Morris with the ball. At the elbow. Jokic. Back to Morris.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Jones. Nobody near Lillard. Lillard again missing.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only one in the first.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Now here's Lillard. He dishes it to Powell. Back to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. He kicks it to Nurkic. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Giants. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Millsap comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Morris. Lillard outside. He feeds it to Cantor. Jokic with the steal. Harrison scanning the floor. Pass to Jokic. Wide open. Again, the Nuggets score.
And this is why Jokic is an all-star, all-NBA caliber talent, because of his ability to dominate in an effortless fashion.
Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
The Nuggets leading by 7. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Harrison kicks to McGee. Millsap has the open look. No good on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Clutch is Lillard's middle man. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Here's Harrison. Covered by Lillard. Millsap inside. Powell's there. And that one's good. Millsap.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And here's McCollum for 3. Cantor finds McCollum. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Denver now. They lead by 7. Millsap up top, guarded by Powell. From deep three-point range. Again, Millsap missing. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. Here's the 3. Rebounded by McGee. And here's Rivers, and he banks in the layup. And it's a 9-point Denver lead.
These buckets help Rivers get going. The defense can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Here's Lillard. No good. So the Nuggets win it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a